Hello, beautiful friends. This is the Organizer Advisor, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Wow, we're on day 24. We only have a few more days left in our transformational process, and I'm so excited for you because it feels good. I feel good. Don't you feel good? Don't you feel like you're finally able to live your life the way you want and not burdened by all of the stuff that you feel like you're catching up on or you can't find, or you just feel this sense of overwhelm because you just don't feel organized? How does it feel now? I love it, and I love it for you. So on that note, let's grab your hydration beverage. We'll have a sip and a sit, and I'm going to talk you through today's togas. All right, let's get started. We're sticking to our plan, and it is paying off. So today is Saturday, so it's kind of a low-key day. It's our outdoor, get outside in the sunshine, but we have a few things that we want to do. The first thing that we are doing, our first component is our document organization. Now, there are two things that we're going to accomplish today. We're going to continue filing the piles by filing 10 daily documents as we find documents that go in our important document binder, our grab-and-go binder, our professional portfolio, our tax file, or our instruction manual accordion file. We're going to place those items in those items in the document organization systems. However, if it doesn't fit in any of those, it's going to go into your filing system. That's your file folder system. So file 10 daily documents. But there's something I'm going to mention a little bit later as we talk about our organized to utilize. Let's jump into our wardrobe restructuring. We have already created that calm, cohesive, color coordinated closet. We have everything organized by color. We know they are in good wearable condition, and we are going to systematically wear every garment that we have as we go through this year. And if it doesn't fit and make us feel fabulous, it goes. It's going to bless somebody else. But if it fits and makes you feel fabulous, it's going to be laundered, mended, ironed, getting it back in good wearable condition. Make sure those zippers work and those buttons are there. We're going to hang them back in that closet in their colored section. This way, it's going to reduce your getting dressed stress. You're going to extend your wardrobe, and you're going to create dynamic outfits that express your authentic self. Nothing makes you feel better than that. Boost your confidence and your self-esteem. Let's move on to our every nook and cranny cleaning. We started in the dining room yesterday on the north wall. We're using our compass rose strategy so that we don't get overwhelmed. We accomplish something every single day, and we get that sense of completion, and we keep our momentum. So today we're going to focus on the east wall, and for our organized to utilize, we're going to get our china out. Now, I talked a little bit about this yesterday when I talked about crystal. This stuff isn't just for special occasions. You are a special occasion. Your daily life is something to be celebrated every day. Use this stuff. Create an event. Have a tea. Have a, some friends over. Go to the deli. Get a charcuterie board. It doesn't have to be a major dinner. It can be just a gathering. You can do a magazine exchange, a book exchange. You can exchange your products that you make if you're a small business entrepreneur. You can just watch a movie together. You can connect, reconnect. And this is what all of this stuff is for. If you have china that's sitting in a china cabinet and hadn't been out in 20 years, it is underutilized and it is not adding value to your life. So time to start using it. Every day is a special occasion. Okay? And plus, it feels good. It's so nice. It's elegant. All right, so that is one of our organized to utilize. Now we're going to get into something a little different, but I really want to incorporate this into our organization. So give me a minute. I'm going to prepare my station here. Our pets add such a special dynamic to our lives. They enrich our lives and enhance our happiness. So we have to include our pets as organizing all of their stuff because we probably have a lot of pet stuff. Now, I have a lot of pets, so I have a lot of pet stuff, but I just want to give you a little overview. Today, we're going to gather all of our pet items. This is their bedding, their dishes, their toys, their brushes, their clothes, their leashes, all of those things we're going to gather together, and we're going to clean them, and we are going to go through them and make sure they are safe for our pets. And we are going to then create dedicated storage spaces for all of these items because they can be overwhelming. Now, I mean, all of the blankets and beds and pillows, we want to give those a good wash. I use like a very mild detergent, laundry detergent, and rinse twice to make sure that it doesn't affect your dog's skin. All of their brushes, combs, all of those things can be washed in mild soap and water and then dried really, really well. Their nail trimmers, get their ear washes, all of their care products like shampoos and powders, all of those things we want to get together and we want to put into a bin or basket or box. So when we have our grooming time with our pet, we want to make sure their dishes are sanitary, their toys are safe and sanitary, and their leashes. I can put leashes into a laundry bag, one of those mesh bags, and I can throw them right into the wash, and I can wash them that way, or I can use a bin of mild soapy water, mild temperature soapy water, and I can just let them soak for a little bit and then rinse. So this is going to keep those leashes, take all the knots out, and those collars clean, the harnesses, the winter coats you can launder. You can launder all of their cute little clothes that you've purchased, as well as their stuffed toys. Now, a note on stuffed toys, just like with children, we talked about this, make sure they don't have little plastic parts that can be chewed off, and the squeakers inside can become obstruction in their gut. So you want to make sure that those squeakers, if they're small, those are removed, or don't use those kind of toys if you have dogs that will tear those apart. Make sure all their bedding is clean, their dishes are clean. Make sure that if they have a crate that's cleaned out, or a specific area that's theirs in your home, make sure that's all clean. This is a good time, if you can, weather permitting, to bathe your pet, do some grooming. I do my dog's nails at the end of every month when I give their flea and tick meds. We're going to talk about meds in just a second, because we talked about that when we did our medications. We also included our pet meds, but if you didn't, this is a good time to go through your pet medications, make sure they're up to date, make sure you don't need refills, and make sure that they are stored in a safe place away from children and pets. Also, you want to do what I call a mini vaccine audit. Go through your pet's medical records. If you have a folder, a file, or something on your pet, you want to make sure they're up to date on all of their required shots and their health checkups. So if like I give mine, make sure that you are following all the ordinances in your county and the laws of your state. Make sure that your dogs and cats are up to date on rabies. Now let's talk about small animals. If you have small animals, like I have birds, we all know about the birds, don't we? Replace that substrate, clean the dishes, clean the perches, clean the cage enclosure, whatever you house your birds in. Or if you have reptiles, the same thing. Sterilize everything. That's when I really like this Listerine spray, because you can't use ammonia with birds, so Windex is out. So Listerine spray is safe and it's non-toxic, so I can clean the enclosure and all of the items in Listerine spray, rinse them well, and I don't have to worry about toxic residue. So same thing with if you have tortoises, or if you have bearded dragons, snakes, hamsters, gerbils, any geckos, whatever you have, let's get them clean today. This is pet day, so take your pet for a walk. If the weather, I know many of us right now are facing a huge snowstorm, ice storm, and it's very cold out. But if nothing else, cuddle with your pet on the couch. Go ahead and go through your pet records. You may want to create a file for your pet, which has their adoption papers, registration papers, any kind of vet records that you need, and their vaccination records. Really important. Keep those together. All right, spend some time, loving and brushing your pet. So that is our second part of Organize to Utilize. And of course, our health and beauty routine today is get outdoors if you can, if the weather permits. If not, spend a little time indoors with your pets, your kids, your grandkids, your loved ones, and really make it a special day. Pull out that china and have a tea party with your granddaughters or your daughter. You have sons and grandsons, maybe it's a board game night, or maybe it's a craft night. You can do something around the dining room table, since we're getting that room all nice and clean. All right, my friends, that is it for today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for these final days of our transformation organization process. Until then,